I moved alone to another continent when I was 16. I moved to Malaysia. Many people have this idea that moving abroad is such a traumatizing experience. It's so difficult to move away from your friends and family and from places that you know so well, especially at such a young age, like 16, 17. But for me, it was a completely different experience. More of a feeling of freedom and better changes. I have not experienced loneliness as many have. In my school, I was on online education and I moved there to improve my English. I have to admit that I was running away from my boring life in Kazakhstan because my city was incredibly boring. There's nothing to do. And for me, as a creative person who has big goals, it was a terrible place to live. So I had to run away from there as fast as possible. I and my parents used to always say that I'm a unique person, that I wasn't born for this average life. You guys probably will think that I'm narcissist after watching this video, but honestly I don't care because that's true. I and my family knew that this environment and the city I'm living in right now is not very suitable for me, so they were supportive on my decision of moving abroad. I already knew that I wanted that life, so I was really happy for this opportunity and for my parents to be that cooperative and happy to support me. Yeah, Malaysia period was really fun for me. I didn't have much responsibility in my head. It was all about having fun, maybe practice my English and just see different cultures, try to live separate. My parents obviously, as any parents, worried about me a lot, but they always knew that I'm very adaptable and smart kid, so they were hoping for the best. And obviously you cannot lock your child up for the rest of their life because danger is everywhere. You can go out right now and the car might crash onto you. You sit in a taxi, again, the car crash. You can't really avoid the danger. Obviously, you'll have to be careful, but what I'm trying to say is, if you're always scared, what is this life? As I was saying, a lot of people experience loneliness and they miss their family and friends a lot. But why I think it was different for me, because I was waiting for this moment for all my life. I really wanted to get away from the city. I didn't even have time to miss anyone. It was so much fun, so many interesting things to explore. I love Malaysia. So at that time I was considering to go to university as every teenager, but I came to conclusion that I don't really need that. Yes, I don't have a university degree till this date. I didn't even go to school after 8th grade or something. And I've heard a lot of people actually in my field and in other fields, like a lot of business owners, they all dropped out. I'm not saying you should drop out. I'm not recommending you guys to do anything. I'm just sharing my story and what I know. Anyways, I think we need to talk about this in other video. I'm gonna tell you everything what happened in my education life and what's my suggestion for you and how do I see modern education. Anyways, right when I was supposed to leave Malaysia, COVID started. I came back to Kazakhstan. I couldn't imagine how many things I missed in this life, even though I was only 16. I was like, I need to get away from here ASAP. I can't stay here no more. And I was already plotting on leaving somewhere else. It was so funny because immediately once I landed, I started looking at university programs or short-term programs. I chose Singapore. Fortunately, borders were still closed for Singapore. I chose Dubai. That's where all the shit started to happen. Because I realized that from here, I need to carry everything by myself. I cannot expect my parents or anyone to help me in any situation. The adult life started now. The first year in Dubai wasn't fun at all. I was on survival mode. I was constantly thinking about how I'm gonna pay rent or where I'm gonna get the money from. Figuring out the finances was the most difficult part because living in Dubai is very expensive. You cannot obviously compare it with New York or LA. Dubai is pretty new city, but it's very strict as well. So if you overstaying your visa, there's like big fines. I'm not even telling about like lavish lifestyle. Just for basic necessities as a rent and food and transportation, you should have at least $3,000. It's like minimum. It's like a lowest amount that person can live. It was so difficult. I remember myself crying so much from how overwhelmed I am from this life. To live so long in another country with no friends, no family, and the only thoughts you have every day is how to get money to manage to survive here for the next couple of months. Where to get the money for rent, for food, for transportation, which is like literally basic necessities. For girls it's even harder because you have to look presentable, you have to do your hair, your makeup. I couldn't expect much from my parents financially because they weren't in the really good situation themselves. They also had really rough times and I could rely only on myself. It was so difficult. I think only things that saved me were my adaptability, my high hopes and high beliefs in myself. I always used to tell myself, Atina, you can do it. You just have to suffer now a little bit and later it's gonna be easier. What helped me mentally a lot, that I saw examples how very poor people became millionaires. A lot of my clients used to tell me their stories, how they came to Dubai 30, 40 years ago and they used to work as construction workers or other jobs, $300, $400 a month. And now they own huge villas in Dubai. I'm talking about this particular guy. I think his overall net worth is over 200 million US dollars, just in Dubai, by the way. And I'm really proud of him, and he showed me that if you actually work hard and work towards your dreams, you can achieve everything you want. And this is not only example. I've seen many people who have done the same achievements, same results in Dubai, and it's inspired me a lot. So if they could do it, why can't I, right? So I really think you just have to go through it in life and see if it's gonna break you or let you grow. Get necessary skills to improve yourself and never give up. A lot of different people, a lot of different nationalities, a lot of billionaires and millionaires, and all of them connected by one thing. They were never scared. Maybe they were scared, but it didn't stop them. I think definitely people should go through this period in their life, get necessary skills, become more adaptable. I would say most important things are mindset and how strong you are mentally, because moving abroad will not magically change your life. You just reveal who you are and how ready you are for adult life and responsibilities. Life, unfortunately, is not very fair. It will test you a lot, and you decide you will adapt and grow, or let the life and its tests crush you and cry. So, bye-bye.